Hey moms, welcome to Made to Mom, where we talk about how to make mom life easier. Today we're going to be talking about something that I absolutely love, but at first I hate, and that is breastfeeding. So this might not apply to some of you guys because, breastfeeding is super easy, but it wasn't all glamorous for me at first. I do want to just start out by saying that while breastfeeding is amazing, if you're not able to do so, fed is absolutely best. So if you have to supplement with some formula, if you can only do formula, or if you can just breastfeed them, great. But if you are able and willing, I totally encourage you to do breastfeeding because it ends up being one of the best things about having a baby, at least for me. So I just kind of want to walk you through my journey with both of my boys and tell you my experience with it. So with Tanner, I started out breastfeeding, and the very first day he was born, I actually had to give him formula because he was jaundiced. So that kind of opened me up to that world and it being okay and the doctors encouraging me with it. But I knew that breastfeeding was something that I really wanted to do. So at first I would feed him whenever he wanted to eat, really. That's how it goes when you have a newborn. But I was also something that I wasn't really knowledgeable in was I'd feed him and I'd pump him. I'd feed him and I'd pump. Feed, pump. And I was doing it, and it was like milk was my entire life. And I didn't know any better. Someone told me to do that, so I was doing that, and I ended up being so engorged, so full of milk, and it was just nuts. And I was leaking everywhere, and that was just kind of my thing. And that was what I would do, and I had so much milk. So I continued on doing this, and let me tell you, ladies, it hurt like no other. Like, being engorged is not fun. Like, you could see your milk duds through, like, on the outside of your skin, and it was just so intense. But like I said, I didn't know any better. I didn't know I only needed enough milk at the time for him to eat at that time, and then I could have a little pumped extra to be able to feed him if I wasn't there. But that was kind of just how it was with Tanner. It started getting a little bit better as I kind of figured out how much I needed, but just to start, it was super awful. That's kind of Tanner's story. I breastfed him for 14 months. Now with Luca, I started day one, and I've breastfed him so much more because here we are in COVID. I haven't needed to do much besides just breastfeed him because I'm always around him. So we're at about 7 months right now, and it is going absolutely wonderful. But let me tell you, for about 6 weeks with Tanner and about 9 weeks with Luca, I was miserable. I'd be crying when I was feeding him. My toes would be curling. It was just awful. Because it was just so much pain. And come to find out, there was something going on with my babies that I didn't know about, and it was something called a lip tie. This is where, I'm going to show you guys a picture here in just a second, but it's where their lip is connected down to their gum line. And you might also know something called a tongue tie. It's very similar, where the tip of their tongue is connected to the bottom of their mouth. So if there's one thing that I want to encourage you guys about, when you're at the hospital, you should ask your doctor to check your baby for a lip tie or a tongue tie, because that'll make your feeding journey so much easier. So both of my boys happen to have that, and like I just showed you in the picture, it's just where it's extra connected. And how breastfeeding works is your baby's mouth is supposed to completely, so say here's your nipple, your baby's mouth is supposed to kind of clasp over it with their lips flinging out. Well, with the boys, their bottom lip would be fine, but their top lip couldn't go over it. So it was like a shallow gulp that they were getting, and it was just causing me so much pain. But no one had talked to me about this, and that lip tie was causing so many difficulties and cuts in my nipples and milk blisters. And finally, with Luca, I had heard about it, and I had asked my doctor, and sure enough, he did have it, and I got it snipped. And it made, I'm not kidding you, instantly. The doctor said, I don't think this will help anything, but instantly, the first latch he got on, it was a deep gulp, and he was able to just get on there with no pain at all. So, ladies, one thing in the area of breastfeeding that you should totally ask your doctors about is lip tie or tongue tie. You ask the pediatrician, and they should know exactly what you're talking about. So, once I got that all figured out with Luca, we've been just flying just beautifully and amazing. And with that, I just want to say, for me, one of my favorite things about breastfeeding is the bond that you get with that baby. Like, you look down at Tanner, Luca, whoever your baby is, whatever your baby's name is, and they just are looking up at you with these sweet little eyes. They might give you a little smile. They might just be staring at you. They might be snoring, whatever it is. It's so amazing, guys. So there are some really awesome things that you can do when you're breastfeeding, and it's hard at first, but it is so worth it, and I absolutely love it. So I actually want to go through some items that I have here that have just made my life easier, and I want to get you started out off on the right foot, just to make your life easier as well. So this first thing, I have gone through so many different nursing covers, and this is the one, guys. It's called I think like Bomb Shelter. It's by Maury June. She is a mom of 8 babies, so you know she knows what she's talking about. I'm actually putting it on backwards here, but I want to put it on so that I can just show you guys how amazing it is, and you will understand if you've had a baby or you're going to have a baby. So when you're breastfeeding, some people use blankets, some people use these weird nursing covers, but the thing I like most about this one is that it has sleeves. So when you are nursing your baby, you don't have to worry about turning this way and you know, slipping out, or turning that way, slipping out. It's like a poncho, honestly. The baby just goes under there. It's super breathable, super comfy. Pop the baby under, you're nursing that kiddo. For me, this is super important because I am semi-modest, and I just don't really, you know, I don't care if you show off your stuff. I wanted a cover so that I could feel comfortable feeding my babies in public and not worry about, you know, something slipping out. So the Bombshell nursing cover by Maury June is amazing. If you want more about that, just drop in the comments and I can send you that link. Another thing, I'm actually wearing it today, is a nursing shirt. It pops up and it's just an easy access. You don't have to pull your entire shirt up. This little flap just pops up. I just found it on Amazon. These things, guys, you will leak. I leaked more with Tanner than I did Luca. But these just sit in your bra and they catch whatever it is, not whatever it is, it's milk that's coming out. They catch all the milk that's coming out, and they have, these are reusable, washable ones, but they also have paper ones that you can use. Those ones you just go through a ton and it's just wasting a ton. These ones you just pop them in the washer and dryer and you're good to go. So nursing covers. Nursing bra. So a nursing bra, good nursing bra, you're wearing it, you pop it down, you pop it back onto the latch. This is Kindred Bravely. Nursing bras are great. You want to be comfortable. They don't have any wire. They just bend all about. You're comfy. Speaking of comfy, I don't know if you ladies have one, but I think this shirt is so old. There's holes everywhere. But when you're nursing a baby in the middle of the night, you just want a big comfy. There's holes in this thing. I'm not kidding you. Big comfy shirt. Have one of them. It could be your husband's. It could be your dad. I don't care whose it is. Have a big comfy shirt and be comfortable in it while you're nursing. That's so important. Speaking of another comfort item, something really easy to nurse in, just like a shirt like this, is a shirt with buttons. Something that just you can easily unbutton, pop it out, feed the baby, button it back up, you're good to go. Those are some of the things. Another thing to help with pain, says it soothes and protects sore nipples. It does. It's like a little coating. It's called Lancino. I think that's how you pronounce it. If you know how to pronounce it, go with it. This is what it looks like. You just rub it on your nipple and it provides like a little coating for healing and protection. This is my pump. It's called the Willow pump. It's pretty pricey, but it's hands-free. You pop it in your bra and it brings out the extra milk. It's able to let you have some storage in there to feed your baby when you're not around, to bottle feed them however you want to feed them. Having a good pump, hospital grade pumps, that's what I used with Tanner. That was great too, just to get some of that engorgement out, or to have stored milk. Then we got the Boppy, guys. So with Boppy, it helps feed babies in different positions. So there's different positions that you can feed a baby in. You can feed a baby legs facing that way, you know, head right here, putting them to breast. You can feed them this way, you can feed them that way, you can feed them. I like to feed them, well, when they were newborns like this, when they were born like or not when they were born, when they got a little older like this. And I also like laying down with them on my side. Of course, I'm staying awake because I want them to be safe, but you know, when it's 6 in the morning and you want to feed them, laying down is great too. There's all different types of feeding positions you can feed them in, so you should totally look them up. Whatever works best for you, look them up, trial and error, whatever works best, go for it. And something you might not know, the baby, when they're drinking all your milk, they're taking all your nutrients. So you need to make sure you're having vitamins, just multivitamins, to make sure that not only you're getting the nutrients you need, but your milk is also getting to your baby with all the nutrients it needs as well. So I actually think one of the hardest things about breastfeeding for me is knowing when to stop. With Tanner, I had planned on only going 6 weeks because I am super competitive, and my sister-in-law said she made it 6 weeks, and I was like, okay, I have got to beat her. I know it's so petty, but I was like, I gotta make it past 6 weeks. And once I passed 6 weeks with Tanner, you know, I fell in love with breastfeeding my baby because of the bond that I got with him, and it no longer hurt. So once I got past that 6 weeks, I had planned on going to a year. We actually planned a vacation to Bali, and we went. And when I got back, my milk supply was fully there. Tanner still wanted to nurse, so I nursed him until he was 14 months old. And Luca, I got pregnant with him, and I decided that was my time to stop. So that was kind of my journey with Tanner. I'm still going strong with Luca. And I just want to know, like, what are some things that help you guys with breastfeeding? You know, what did you find helped you make life easier? Like the items I showed you, what helped you? Drop those in the comments, guys, and let's help each other out in this breastfeeding journey, because while it is so beautiful and great, there are some tough times during it, and I just want to see your guys' comments. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Wait. Guys, I had to come back because I almost forgot the thing that I use the most that helps me in breastfeeding, and it's this app called the Baby Tracker app. And when you click into it, you click that you're nursing, you click nursing, you click what side that you're nursing on. So say I'm nursing on the left-hand side. I push start, and it keeps a timer for how long you've been nursing your baby. And when you're done, you just click stop, you click the little check mark, and it'll show you how long it's been since your baby has eaten. And for me, I have a little toddler running around who's really crazy, and sometimes I just forget how long it's been since he's eaten, or time has just flown, because it happens when you're a mom. Usually Luca will let me know when he needs to eat, and he'll start crying, but sometimes he's just crying because he wants to cry. So this app has helped me so much in knowing exactly when I need to feed Luca and how long he's been eating, because if I'm being honest with you guys, sometimes he just wants to use me as a pacifier, and I'll look down and it's been 35 minutes of him just sucking away and not getting any milk, but he's still there. So the Baby Tracker app, like I said, is amazing. So now that is all I have for you guys today, but if this has helped you at all, click the like button. If you want to share it with some of your friends to encourage them, click subscribe, share it on your Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is that you want to share it on. I'd so appreciate it, and see you guys soon.